Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today, inshallah, I'm going to go through Mad al-Asli. Mad al-Asli means the original type of mad. It is collected in the letters of Hayya Tohar, or in the phrase, should I say, Hayya Tohar. So this is the phrase, and the letters are Ha, Ya, Tho, Ha, Ra. So the phrase consists of these following letters. So what is Mad al-Asli? If we look at this part of the section, it explains that these letters are those that start some of the surahs of the Quran. So they come at the beginning of the surah, like Yasin, Taha. When they come at the beginning of a surah, you read them with two counts, so two vowel counts. And why is that the case? Inshallah, I will explain now. You see the surah that starts with Taha, and we say it with two counts. We say Taha, but why do we say it as Taha and not Taha? Why do we not make it short, and why do we have to make it long? And the answer is if we spell these letters out individually. So if I spell Ta, I will in Arabic write it like this with the Ta and Alif. If I spell out the letter Ha, I will spell out the letter Ha with Ha and Alif. So the original letter, the original spelling of the letter consists of a mother letter Alif, which is what we talked in the last video, the first one, about the mother letters. And the mother letters consist of two counts. So because these letters originally include in their original spelling the mud, they include the letter of mud in the original spelling, you cannot drop that. So you need to pronounce that. Now, when these letters have a vowel, a short vowel, you do not give them two counts because we've already put a vowel on it. So if it's a short vowel, so if it was like 3, I'll say 3. I won't make it long. I won't say 3. Why? Because it now has a short vowel over it or above it. But when it begins the surah and these letters stand alone, they have no marking on them. They stand alone. Again, like we said in the last video, when the mother letters stand alone, they are elongated when they have no marking on them. Same with Ta and Ha. If you look at if you go through the Quran and you look at the beginnings of the surahs that have certain letters which start off the surah, like Ta, Ha, Yasin, Alif, Lam, Mim, you will notice that it doesn't have a vowel on it like Fatha, Dhamma, Kasra. It may have one of those muds, which is the wiggly line going across, that shows you it needs to be elongated, and that's something different. But these letters usually stand alone. They don't really have they won't have any type of voweling, like short vowels like A or E. And the reason why we elongate them, even though they stand alone and they have no marking, is because of the original word or the original letter in these in them. So the original letter of mud is in these letters. So Ta and Alif makes Ta. So I have to elongate it when it comes as a collection of words, when they come at the beginning of the surahs and they have no other voweling on them. If these letters came in the middle of the surah and they had voweling on them, I would pronounce them as normal. This condition only applies to these letters coming at the beginning of the surah, only at the beginning of the surah. So please don't go around elongating them during the normal reading, where you find them in the middle or at the end. This only applies to those that come at the beginning of a surah, like Ta, Ha, and I need to elongate that for 2 counts. If you look at these letters here, I've spelt them out. So this is the original spelling of each of those letters. If you have a closer look, you will see each letter consists of Alif, the letter of mud. And we said the letter of mud in the last video consists of 2 counts. So you have Ha, but it's followed by an Alif. So you have ha, ya, do, ha, ro. You need to elongate it for 2 counts because of the original mud in the spelling of these letters. So if I spelt them out, if I spelt ha out, I would put ha and alif. It's almost like spelling the words of the alphabet, which we don't do in English. But if we were to do the same, for B, I may spell the letter B out as B-E-E, B. And that's what you would do in English. But because we don't have that, we don't really elongate letters. We don't have a longing of vowels. In Arabic, it's slightly different. So the spelling of the actual letter needs to be taken into consideration when you are giving the letter its natural mud. Again, it only appears at the beginning of the surah. You will not find this rule in the middle or the end. Number 2, it should be without any type of short voweling. So it will not have any sort of harakats, markings like the fatha, the dhamma, or the kasra. You need to think of the letters in the original spelling and count it accordingly. So if you see tho and ha, then you will look in your list and you say, right, tho is a sila at-tabi'i. Why? Because it has alif, and ha also has alif. So this is your mad at-tabi'i, the natural type of mud, and it's also the mad al-asli. So it is both is tabi'i and asli. So it's a natural type of mud, but this one we will say is asli, and this one we will say is tabi'i. Okay, but they both come under the natural type of mud. I hope that answers the question, inshallah. Hopefully see you in a next session on mud. And jazakallah khair for your patience. Keep practicing. Wa alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.